What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hot 97 News. This is a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest stories across the country. It is Monday, April 6th. I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Ron Double 2 N's.
What's happening?
And Million.
Hey.
Okay, everybody, a new work week.
New work week.
Is upon us. Everybody had a good weekend?
Yeah.
It was great.
Monday.
Okay,
I enjoyed my weekend, actually.
Really?
I actually didn't do anything for once.
Wow.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I was like really relaxed. It felt great.
You know, I went to Stone Mountain, actually.
Oh, did you?
And I hiked, but I did like a little known hike.
What's a little known hike?
Because people always just go straight up and down the mountain. But I went like, I found.
Oh, you did a little side quest.
Okay.
You did a little side quest.
All right.
How long does it usually take you to hike up the mountain? Like, have you ever
I don't
timed
even
yourself?
know. That's because I haven't timed it. Yeah, no, I've only been with like people who are kind of straggling, stuff like that. So, they're not
Hurry
on my
up!
level.
Hurry up! What you mean they not on your level? Hold up now.
I hike, so.
I bet you I can hike with you.
Would you cross through a river?
Like
Literally stomp through the river to get to the other side of the trail?
what kind of shoes do I got on?
And just because that question right there, the answer is no.
What kind of shoes?
Doesn't
Down
matter. You take your shoes off and you keep moving.
No.
And exactly.
That is white of you.
You ain't no real hiker.
I'm not. And I'm not.
Okay, I gotta start off with some levity because these people got too much going on once again. This was a very confusing weekend in the whole Iran war of it all. So let's talk about what these people are up to. So first of all, Trump's deadline to destroy Iran has been pushed back again. Question is, was this strength or was this unhinged? Speaking of how he talked about it. So Saturday morning, this is when it started, April 4th, Trump posts on True Social and he says, remember when I gave Iran 10 days to make a deal or open up the Hormuz Strait? Time is running out, 48 hours before all hell will rain down on them. Glory be to God. That's how it started, all right? And that's, not that bad. That's kind of how he always talks. But then the next day, Easter Sunday, 8 o'clock in the morning, Trump writes, Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the effing strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah. Easter Sunday.
Oh God, on the resurrection day of the Lord is crazy.
Didn't mention Jesus once.
He said Allah.
He said, praise be to Allah.
He said, praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah. Look, I love that he was talking big, though. I can't lie. I mean, it's just something about it just was like, okay, Trump, talk your stuff. But it didn't land because I know that he ain't really about it. It seems like he's not really about it. He just like you said, he keeps pushing these deadlines back. At this point, you just sound like you barking, like you want a chihuahua at this point.
I don't know, because it's like you're saying war crimes. Like you're saying, like, I'm going to commit war crimes, and you're just putting it straight out there because you can't just hit power plants and bridges. That's civilian infrastructure that would harm the people when we're supposed to be saving the people. In fact, that's kind of what some of the reaction was saying. So there were people who supported some of the things that he said, like Laura Loomer. Of course, Laura Loomer was going to support whatever he says. She is a right-wing activist, very right-wing. And she said, yeah, this is what I voted for. Bomb jihadis back to the Stone Age where their mentality permanently lives. Trump said he's gonna bomb their infrastructure in Iran, and then he said, praise be to Allah on Easter. Amazing, just amazing. Strategic bombing wins wars.
Oh, these people are psycho. These people are nuts.
It doesn't seem like this is the kind of thing that base would want to hear. Praise be to Allah. I mean, I get that it was like a joke, whatever, I guess. But like, that's like not usually what he says. I don't know.
I don't know. I like I said, man, it just sounds like empty threats at this point. You sound like a big dog, or you want to sound like a big dog. But again, you're just a chihuahua chirping at the neck. You ain't bout it for real. I'm not telling him to do it, though. I'm not threatening him. I'm not trying to antagonize him to do it. I'm just saying, bruh, why do you keep making these empty threats if you're not really going to do anything about it? At this point, you have to go with diplomacy.
I mean, at this point, at least you have to do something. That's what I'm worried about, because I would hate to see this happening. But at the same time, you've said it so many times. If you don't do it, you know how weak you look, how crazy you look.
Yeah, we look like punks right now. We look like punks right now.
That's true.
Hey, I promise you, if you slap me again, I'm gonna take you down, bruh. Like, what are we talking about here, DT?
That's what I'm saying, because yesterday was the deadline. It just got pushed to Tuesday. People noted that. So then the most scathing reaction I saw from that post actually came from Marjorie Taylor Greene, who used to be, his ride or die. But they had that public split over the Epstein files last year. And this is what she said. She did a long post, so it kind of broke it up. She said on Easter morning, this is what President Trump posted. She said everybody in his administration that claims to be a Christian needs to fall on their knees and beg forgiveness from God and stop worshiping the president and intervene in Trump's madness. She said, I know all of you and him, and he has gone insane, and all of you are complicit. And, she goes on to say that she is not supporting Iran. She's not defending Iran, but America was the one who popped off this war, she says, for Israel. She says they're more than capable of just defending themselves. She's saying that Trump is basically threatening to do things that will hurt civilians. And then back to the quote, we can go to the next page on that. She says, on Easter of all days, we as Christians should be reminded that the Son of God died and rose from the grave so that we can be forgiven once and for all of our sins. Jesus commanded us to love one another and forgive one another, even our enemies. So she says that Christians should be pursuing peace, and this is not what she voted for. She said, this is not making America great again. This is evil. That's what she said.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy to do it on Easter Sunday,
Can you pull up the expletive post again from Trump? Because some people, we're just here reporting the news. Some people felt like this was kind of demonic. Because you're talking about, again, this is the day that's supposed to be very, we're going to church. It's Easter Sunday, very biblical, very religious, very spiritual, very much like we're contemplating the big sacrifice that was made for people. And you're talking about, I'm going to destroy the stuff that helps you survive. I'm going to destroy the things that help you get around. And you guys are going to be living in hell.
I just want to point out, there's no other president that's ever talked like this, bro. I don't think I've looked at a lot of past presidents. I just wanted to see how other presidents talked on the internet. And nobody has talked like this. Use the F word is wild as a president. Not to say he a grown man. We all cuss every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? A little some of us more than others. But for him to be that much of a person in that higher power and cussing on the internet, telling people you going to hell, crazy to me, bruh. That is absolutely absurd to me. But in the same breath, it's a little refreshing. Not gonna lie.
All right.
You ain't lying though.
I do enjoy it from time to time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I do enjoy it. It's very entertaining. Not gonna lie.
Now, I just don't think that he really wants to do this. It just goes to, because if you're somebody in this position, you're about to fight, and you keep making threats, it shows that you're not about that life. It shows that you got a little fear there. So why would you even try and bomb them if you knew he wasn't going to take it all the way to the extreme? Somebody was telling him to do something. I think somebody was telling him to do this, and he didn't want to do it, and that's why he keeps on. It's almost like he's begging Iran, y'all, please listen to these threats because I don't want to do this.
Low key, that's kind of how Iran has been taking it. Like they've been trolling on social media, but that's kind of the sentiment that you kind of hear on both sides. It's refreshing, but it's also horrifying because that's so unprofessional and blah, blah, blah. But outside of that, that's just like the most impending thing that you should be on the lookout for. But the biggest thing that actually happened this weekend, Iran shot down an F-15 fighter jet. Both officers on board ejected and had to get rescued from enemy territory. And the details of that rescue are so unbelievable. Some people literally don't believe it, because there's a couple different narratives floating around about this, and it's getting very strange online. And I think it also says a lot about like just where we are. Literally nobody will just believe the government.
Yeah.
Everything that we're being told, you just think like twice, and it's so sad that this is where we've gotten to. But so some people don't believe the details. Other people believe this rescue was basically one of the most incredible feats of American military power ever. So I'm just going to walk you through what happened and then tell you kind of where the narrative splits. So what's pretty much all agreed upon. This happened on Friday. Iranian state media started reporting that an American military aircraft went down over southwestern Iran. And first, it seemed like nobody really knew if they could believe them or not, because they didn't know if they were just saying stuff to lure in American troops. But then they started showing pictures of the wreckage. And so people started realizing, okay, these actually appear to be pieces of some kind of aircraft that we have. So that's what kind of gave it some more legitimacy. So the U.S. launched an operation to try to find the people who had gone down. There were 2 airmen in that aircraft, that F-15. And so the same day, Friday, they actually found one of those officers who were on that F-15, but the other one was missing. So then Iran starts putting out messages to their people telling them, hey, go find the enemy. Like, they're like in the mountains. They're telling their people, hey, like, there's a reward. You go find the enemy in the mountains, find who we just shot down, and, you get some money for it. And I'm like, man, I feel like I'm giving war reports. Like, this is like crazy. So people actually start reportedly going out there to look, and I'd seen a couple of outlets share this video. I don't know how they possibly could have gotten this, but this honestly reminded me of a scene you might have seen in the U.S. I could totally see a crew of just people with guns and American flags going to go find the enemy. I totally could see that. So it's very trippy to watch this happen, because for them, they probably feel like they're being patriotic. We look at this and it's like, man, this is horrifying, because we got a guy out there and they're looking for him. And I also just think that it shows kind of the terrain that he was in out there just by himself. So the U.S. starts deploying more and more aircraft to go out there. They deploy helicopters and all types of things to search for this missing airman, and more aircrafts end up getting hit by Iranian fire. So one was an A-10 Warthog, and thankfully that pilot was able to keep flying after it was hit. They got to Kuwaiti airspace and ejected safely, and that was all fine. And then 2 U.S. Black Hawk helicopters were also hit. Some crew members were reportedly injured. Now their reports are saying, like, nobody was injured this whole time. So, believe what you want on that. But at least the initial reports were that some of those crew members were injured. But both helicopters were reportedly able to return to base. So, mind you, this is the first time in like 20 years that the U.S. fighter aircrafts have been hit by enemy fire. So this was kind of a big deal. In fact, everybody was kind of remembering Trump saying we had total control over their airspace. Totally unchecked control. We're flying all over the place. Their radars are 100% down. So, I mean, this was not a good look. But honestly, everybody's focus turned more to that missing airman still, that officer who was still out there. So Saturday, honestly, the White House and U.S. officials really didn't say much about it. Iran was still popping off, telling people, go out there, here's the reward, blah, blah, blah. Sunday is when the narrative split, because Iran started putting out videos showing a bunch of U.S. aircraft blown up. And so they're saying, look at what we've done. We just got you. They're saying they shot down aircraft involved in the rescue operation, specifically saying they destroyed 2 C-130 military transport aircraft and Black Hawk helicopters, and that Iranian drone and missile strikes had decimated a secret hideout of American fighter pilots. That's what they were saying. The U.S. said, no, we blew up our own equipment. So that's where the U.S. narrative starts to split. Did you guys see all this stuff?
No.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Because at first I was like, I know I heard that we blew up our own ship to stop
Yes.
Iran from getting those weapons or
Yes.
the ships that we actually had attained. What's the reality of that? I don't know. I didn't know it was propaganda though. I guess I naturally just go to what America is saying. I want to believe in my government. I'm sorry.
Because we got 2 choices. We believe what they're saying or we don't.
Right.
So, yeah, the U.S. says, no, we blew up our own equipment. So in the U.S. narrative, this is how this went down. Despite being injured, the missing officer climbed about 7,000 feet and hid in the mountains for 2 days after ejecting. The CIA actually started running a deception campaign in Iran. They started putting out fake information saying that the U.S. Had already gotten the officer and was moving him out in a different direction from the real site to basically get them going the wrong way and buy themselves time, exactly. And so once his coordinates were confirmed, the U.S. went ahead with that massive response. They reportedly directed literally just like all of the available aircraft in that region to go support that extraction. And during the operation, 2 helicopters got hit, 2 C-130 type transport planes got stuck on their makeshift airstrip. So the U.S. blew them up to prevent them from falling into Iranian hands. So people have just noticed that this all happened very close to the facility in Isfahan, where Iran is known to store their nuclear material. And remember, dozens of aircraft would have been there. So to Iran, they might have seen all that stuff, dozens of aircraft sitting in their territory, and thought, oh, this is a secret hideout. We got you. We know there's been talk about potentially putting U.S. boots on the ground to go get Iran's nuclear material. So it's just a coincidence that all this happened nearby. The U.S. has only said this was all for a rescue mission for one man who has not been identified yet.
So they're trying. So the opposing side is saying that we actually did have troops out there that was near that area. Is that what the idea is?
The opposing side is basically saying, right, that here we are. We have found where American airmen have been hiding. Basically, you guys have a secret hideout right here because they had like a whole bunch of aircraft out there. So they say, we blew it up, and the U.S. says no, we blew it up. And we just didn't want y'all to have the aircraft or the technology or, whatever they might find there. So that's what they said.
I mean, regardless, though, it still makes America look bad because one of our jets got attacked. One of our jets actually got hit. That is crazy. Granted, it's not one of the newer ships. It's not the F-35s. Those are the newer ones. This is the F-15. It's like an older model, but the fact that it even got hit, though, is huge. Yeah. So regardless, it makes America look not as strong as we once did. Although it is just one ship, it says a lot, though, that Iran is able to do something like this.
And I think that's why the narrative quickly shifted to the guy. Like, let's go get the guy. Like, I didn't hear another word about that fact that they did hit the F-15 to begin with. And the rest of the stuff that happened out there, it kind of looks a little shady. People are kind of wondering how somebody who is severely injured walks up 7,000 feet in a mountain and then hides for 2 days. And then you go rescue them, have like dozens of aircraft. This would be like miles away from a very secure facility. And I actually kind of looked, the area is like, what is that?
Wait, go ahead.
It's like from Atlanta to Griffin or New York City to Trenton, New Jersey. If you're watching from New York, I mean, that's where they were in relation to that Isfahan facility. So it's not close, but it's not that far. And the theory is, that's kind of close enough that you might have been caught. They were caught. They were clearly caught. So
you say shady. Why? I want to get a better understanding because in my interpretation, I'm like, all right, he was out there for 2 days. I mean, this is what they train for, essentially. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 2 days is probably a short time for him to be out there versus, a week being unfound. So you say shady. Why shady? Is it more of a you weren't caught? Or no, you weren't found by Americans. Like, why do you? Where are you getting? I'm just trying to understand where you're getting shady from.
Yeah. So from what I understand, and I'm just letting you know, people are saying online, the two narratives are that one, Iran saying we blew all this stuff up, haha, we got you, and we decimated a secret hideout that you guys had going on here. America is saying no. We blew our own stuff up after we rescued somebody. And the person they rescued was shot down, injured, walked up 7,000 feet up a mountain and hid for 2 days. And they end up going from the crash site to where he was hiding back to the crash site. And then it's just a lot going on with the story.
I got you.
Where people were like, there's a lot going on with the story.
Yeah.
And so then they looked and said, oh, but it is close to that Isfahan nuclear facility. So some people online are thinking, were they secretly trying to do a mission, like a nuclear mission to where we're going to go in and get the nuclear material like we've been saying we kind of wanted to do, and did that get foiled?
I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. The U.S. officially says that that's not the case, that this was all about getting the guy that got ejected from that F-15 and ended up hiding.
Okay, now that makes sense.
So the president said this was a resounding success, and that's where, again, it's kind of strange because this was really kind of not a great look. We lost hundreds of millions of dollars in equipment. You had somebody injured. You had a terrifying situation. But Trump put out a victory post And Iran put out one gloating, but Trump basically said, it was a long post, I'll just kind of summarize what he said, that they pulled out one of the most daring search and rescue operations in history, said that it was a colonel who was behind enemy lines in the treacherous mountains of Iran, being hunted down by our enemies who were getting closer and closer by the hour, but was never truly alone because they were monitoring his location 24 hours a day, he says. He said he had the U.S. military send dozens of aircraft armed with the most lethal weapons in the world to retrieve him. He was injured, but he's going to be fine. He said that we will never leave an American warfighter behind, and the fact that we were able to pull off both of these operations without a single American killed or even wounded, he says, just proves once again that we have overwhelming air dominance and superiority over the Iranian skies. So how did it get shot down in the first place? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, let's still be real about the situation, because if this is all, true, this is an incredible feat. Like, he's not wrong. It is insane that they pulled this off. I mean, and shout out to that officer who hid for 2 days, my God, in the mountains while people were looking for him. That's crazy. But then Iran was popping off. Really, he was popping off all weekend. This is the Speaker of Iran's parliament. He responded sarcastically saying, this wasn't even the one I meant to send you. After defeating Iran 37 times in a row, this brilliant no strategy war they started has now been downgraded from regime change to, hey, can anyone find our pilots, please? I did not, that's not even the one I meant to add. But he was popping off all weekend. He said if the United States achieves 3 more victories like these, it will be completely destroyed. That's what I meant to, that's, but they were popping off. That kind of makes my point. Yeah, man. So
don't get too excited, though, Iran. I mean, it's just one, and mind you, it was an older model at that. I mean, if we really wanted to up it up, I mean, I still have faith that America could actually do some real damage if we wanted to. I think it's possible.
I think it's totally possible. I think literally the question is how far they willing to go, because they're willing to, according to Trump, blow up bridges, blow up oil refineries, blow up stuff. That leaves people in the dark, not able to cook, not able to have AC, not able to get around from transportation. That leaves people in all types of terrible positions. So if they're willing to do that, I mean, but Iran did not back down over the weekend. Basically, they were hitting all over the place. They hit an oil refinery in Kuwait, a desalination plant in Kuwait. They had sirens going off in Bahrain, Saudi Arabia. Israel got hit a bunch of times. Iran did too. But the whole point is Iran is going down swinging. If they are in a bad shape right now, they are clearly going down swinging.
I swear we took out those missiles, though. I thought we took out those missile launchers like 2 weeks ago. What are we talking about here? Bro, I'm telling you, bro, like I said, if I know America could win if we wanted to. Yeah. But Iran got a little bit more respect in my book. They got it.
And what does winning even look like at this point? At what point? Because the ball has moved so many times, and then just the goalpost gets moved with it, and it's like,
I'll tell you what, we're gonna look like we lost if we do come up with some sort of deal and give like reparations to Iran after this. If we give reparations or some sort of deal where we giving back to Iran after we just caused all this destruction, we lost. And I'm sorry, that's why I don't think that this war is gonna end anytime soon. We can't look that weak.
I think we lost if this ends with a deal of any sort where Iran says, we agreed to give up our nuclear weapons programs, because that's where we started. That's where we started. If they end up saying, oh, we did it, they've agreed to give up their nuclear weapons programs, they've been saying that from the start. The U.S. didn't believe them. That's how we got here. So if they say that that's a big win, that's when I know we lost.
Well, to a certain percent, though, because remember, they was willing to give up just a certain percent, not all of their nuclear power. So if we got them to 0% nuclear, I think that's a W in our book.
That's giving it up. That if they get to 0%, that would be a win.
Right.
They are saying, like, we are going to still do civilian, like, nuclear program related things. Like, we're going to still enrich uranium to get to where we can use it for civilian purposes, transportation, whatever. The U.S. is saying, no, you can't have any of it. That's where they started off saying, because we don't believe that you guys aren't just going to secretly keep enriching this stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they allow them to keep that program, that's...
Got you. That's a loss for us?
That's
yeah,
kind
for
of
sure.
an L.
For sure, that's an L. That is definitely an L.
So that's where it's headed, because it seems like they're not giving up the Strait. They're not giving up the nuclear program. So what is Trump going to do at this point?
So is there any way of a win in this case? Without us, like, having to actually take it there?
Man, I think a win for humanity would be these people just
Stop.
like.
No, I'm saying a win for America. A win for America.
A win for America is literally these people like stop firing at Israel, stop firing at Kuwait and Saudi Arabia and all of our Middle Eastern allies, and they give up their nuclear program completely. And they honestly they say that's not the goal anymore. But remember that Reza Pahlavi guy that they were saying we wanted to usher him in because this is who the Iranian people really want.
Yeah.
I mean, that's somebody who would be working with Israel and the U.S. So you could ensure this never happens again. Short of that happening, any victory is just going to be laced with people who hate the U.S. and Israel even more now. So if you keep this same regime in charge, I don't.
That's an L. If this regime is still in charge, that's a L.
That's what I'm saying. Like how, like that.
There's so many ways for America to take an L in this whole entire thing.
Right.
But I don't really see too many options of a W that's realistic. I mean, I was watching people, give breakdowns on it over the weekend. There's no real realistic W in our book coming anytime soon.
You remember when the Democrats came out of that meeting and they were like, we don't see how any of the objectives here are possible without boots on the ground. And that was back when they were not like, boots on the ground was, we're not going to put boots on the ground. Yeah. Now it's like, okay, yeah, we might actually put boots on the ground.
Right.
So I don't know what these people want to do. I do know that Trump apparently wants $1.5 trillion for the defense budget.
What? More money?
We're going to end up talking about this on the other side of the break, but this is people who are winning now and defeated the great Iran, the great threat. Now we need $1.5 trillion for who? We won / we're winning. So we're going to talk about that after the break.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 Mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Wale, where are you supposed to be?
Wale, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where's my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
The voice and attitude you love, now on your screen.
I love this.
Nessa brings her unfiltered energy, real talk, and celebrity interviews from the radio to your TV. It's the same Nessa you know. Bold, funny, and always keeping it real. Catch Nessa, now on TV.
Damn, that was deep right now.
Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. and Fridays at 7 p.m. Only on Hot 97 TV.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. Here with Rondell with 2 N's.
Give it up to you.
And million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
this sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Hot 97 News. So, yes, Trump wants $1.5 trillion for the defense budget. $1.5 trillion. You guys know how much money that is?
Trillion with the T. I think it's like, so, I forgot how many years a billion is, but a trillion is like crazy amount of years.
Crazy amount of money. When you think about like having $100,000 and then getting to $1 million and then having hundreds of millions of dollars and then getting to billion and then having hundreds of billions of dollars getting to $1 trillion, that is a lot of freaking money and the country is in debt. I actually screenshotted the national debt clock just before 9 o'clock this morning. $39 trillion in debt. More than at this point. And this was the administration that was supposed to be getting this down. They say the Democrats go crazy and just throw in all types of stuff and just want to spend money on programs to help people and all these social programs are costing us too much and blah, 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 blah. 39 trillion is crazy. Definitely raised since Trump has been in office. So all these people are playing games. That's what I learned. Both parties are playing games when it comes to not wanting to spend stuff. So whatever. So he wants to massively expand U.S. military power. The White House says that the country is in a dangerous world. And so the budget is meant to rebuild the military and strengthen our munitions and our shipbuilding and fund missile defense. So he wants to do this by cutting domestic spending by 10%, aka cutting funding for programs that actually helps Americans. So I looked into some of the things he wants to cut. He wants to cut agriculture, food and farming programs down by like almost $5 billion. Commerce, which is like weather or tech or business support, that would be going down. Cuts to climate and weather programs, cuts to education, cuts to, like, that includes K through 12 programs, by the way. And, actually the plan suggests they're just going to straight up eliminate that department. Health and Human Services, that would be cut down by like more than $15 billion. That would hit programs like heating assistance for low-income households. A lot of housing aid programs would be cut. Labor cuts, so that's job training, worker programs, that'd be cut down by like $3.5 billion. Foreign aid, down $15 billion. So any humanitarian aid and international programs, that is getting cut. EPA and the environment, down almost $5 billion. NASA, down almost $5 billion. Space station funding getting cut. STEM programs getting cut. I mean, these people, how else are we gonna afford the military?
Y'all cutting. Just go ahead and start cutting our legs off too while you at it. Cut our arms off next. And it get to the point where y'all gonna have to cut our heads off. Because what? You just cutting everything. We gonna do what?
I'm struggling right now. I'm not gonna lie. Because I understand, like, if you're gonna cut all these different programs for anything, defense, I understand. Because we won't be able to even have these programs if there was some imminent threat.
True.
But there's no imminent threat. So it's like, dang, what are we doing here, bro? If we wanted to save money, why not just pull our troops out of Iran, pull the ships away from Iran? This didn't make much sense. But again, it's like, I understand it kind of, because we're already out there. We can't back away now. We got to full send it. And if $1.5 trillion is going to help, I guess I could kind of see. I'm still debating it in my head right now, but I guess I could kind of see.
I don't know at this point.
I was about to say the same thing.
I don't. Well, because I also don't really know where we are in the world standing at this point, because we've basically alienated NATO, all the European countries there. They kind of low-key are starting to hate us. China's not our friend. Russia's not our friend. Iran's not our friend. A lot of who are our friends now? Like, who? Because I'm trying to think, like, yeah, we're the big, it's like you're a big bully, honestly. I mean, they just attacked a country for not negotiating, right? So, I mean, people, they have a lot of might, so you do have to keep it up. You do have to, I mean, at this point, you've done so much.
That's what I'm saying.
You do have to, like, keep it up at the same time. That's where I would hope that they could just be like, man, how do we do this diplomatically? How do we just try to ease all the relations that we've kind of just really kind of put on edge so we don't have to spend $1.5 trillion defending ourselves? Like, what if we just were cool with a bunch of people? That's also an option that they don't talk about, because everything is not getting cut. Some things are also clearly getting favored. ICE, they are not cutting money from ICE.
Oh, wow.
They're not cutting money from the DOJ, aviation safety. They're not cutting money from detention capacity, detaining people. And actually, you know, this is just nice. $10 billion for the National Park Service Fund for construction and beautification in Washington. So that's, you know,
That's
Trump,
cool.
that's nice. That's nice. So I looked up how our lawmakers were reacting to this, because I was like, okay, the Republicans are actually going to be pissed. This is so not what they are down for usually. Like, they're going to get in his you-know-what for this. And it turns out some of them were like, this is great.
Oh, wow.
Senator Tom Cotton said, President Trump's proposed $1.5 trillion investment in our defense budget is welcome news. Congress should fund this request as soon as possible. Then he had old Lindsey Graham, senator from South Carolina who doesn't talk to. President Trump's budget is truly historic when it comes to defense spending. It is the most robust increase in defense spending in many years, and it is more than justified by the threats we face throughout the world. So he says when it comes to our national security, the president and his team are second to none.
Oh, okay.
It's tough, man. I'm telling you, I get it. I mean, because we're already in this situation, you know? We're already in this situation, so we got to do whatever it takes to finish out this situation. We, like you said a couple weeks ago, we shook up a hornet's nest. They are on attack. What do we do at this point? We have to full send it. So if this is them full sending it, I understand.
But if they did all of this to make the world a safer place, and they claim they've made the world a safer place by doing this, and this was a very drastic measure, what do you need 1.5 trillion? Who's the threat? Who is the threat that constitutes $1.5 trillion in more spending? They just asked for $200 billion more for this after saying they won. So that's why I'm like, who are we defending ourselves from at this point? Of course, Democrats pooed on it. That's no surprise. You had Senator Patty Murray, who ended up saying Donald Trump might be happy to spend more money on bombs in the Middle East than on families here in America, but I am not. The only responsible thing to do with a budget this morally bankrupt is to toss it in the trash. And you had Senator Chris Van Hollen say Trump just requested a $1.5 trillion defense budget, almost $500 billion more than this year. And every dollar we spend on Trump's wars is a dollar that could go towards more affordable health care, child care, housing, and more. We cannot let this pass. I mean, it's not a bad point.
No, it's a great point.
That's
a great point.
It's valid. It's definitely valid.
But Trump already told y'all at the Easter lunch at the White House a couple days ago, the government can't take care of certain things for y'all. And this is what he said about it.
Because the United States can't take care of daycare. That has to be up to a state. We can't take care of daycare. We're a big country. We have 50 states. We have all these other people. We're fighting wars. We can't take care of daycare. You got to let a state take care of daycare, and they should pay for it, too. They should pay. They have to raise their taxes, but they should pay for it. And we could lower our taxes a little bit to them to make up, but it's not possible for us to take care of daycare. Medicaid, Medicare, all these individual things.
And you could
they
cut
can
that
do it on a state
right
basis.
there, because he goes on. But the whole point was they're saying, yeah, you guys can raise their taxes so that we can take that other money we were using and give it to the Defense Department. Why do y'all have this many enemies? I don't have any enemies abroad.
Me neither. Never heard. Only know one Iranian. Only know one, and he's a very good dude. So, what are we doing?
It's just annoying that we're constantly being told that we're in danger. We got all this danger. We got all these enemies. I got bills. I don't have enemies. So that's where I just wish they could figure this out. I will say, I thought it was strange. Did you guys know the niece of a former IRGC commander lived here?
No.
Because she just got arrested by ICE.
What?
Yes. How random is this? Her name is Hamideh Soleimani Afshar, actually.
Dang.
And this was her.
My bad.
All right.
That's my bad.
All right.
My bad. My bad. I'm sorry.
This is her and actually her daughter, who's 25 years old. So they were taken into custody after the government revoked their legal status. So this is the niece and grandniece of Qasem Soleimani. That's the man that they call an Iranian terror mastermind. That he was the commander of the IRGC's Quds Force, which handles Iran's overseas military and their intelligence operations. He was designated a terrorist figure. The Trump administration actually killed him in a drone strike back in 2020, if that picture looks familiar to you guys. And yeah, it turns out his niece and his grandniece were straight up just living here.
Wow.
What?
Chilling. And they looked like they was having a ball of a time. I mean, the way they look, she looked like she had a festival. Her mama looked like she about to go out on a time. Wait, which one is the mama? Which one the daughter?
Isn't that so nice when you don't know?
I really
you know
get
what I
it.
mean? Good for her. I think she's the one on the left.
Okay.
Because she looks younger on the right.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? But yeah, no, they were living lavish
Yeah,
here
they
in the United
look.
States. First of all, they were in LA, popping, doing well. Yeah, living better than most of us, to be honest. So apparently they were given the boot because the one on the left, the mom, 47 years old, she was accused of spreading Iranian regime propaganda while she was living here.
Oh, come
So
on.
she was reposting and sharing all of Iran's wartime narratives. She was praising the attacks on the U.S. forces. She called the U.S. the Great Satan. She allegedly was celebrating the Iranian attacks in social media posts. She was cheering the punishment of Iranian dissidents and traitors abroad, the people who were supporting the Western narrative. And she was like, yeah, they should have their assets seized and, you know, all this kind of stuff. They have crackdowns and blah, blah, blah. So basically she's over here popping and supporting Iran. You could not even wear this in Iran.
Yep.
You couldn't have your hair out like this for real in Iran. Like we've seen videos where, you know, some people seem to be a little lax with that rule, but you got to wear a hijab.
Right.
You can't flaunt a lifestyle like this
Not at
in
all.
Iran. So how can you sit here?
Hey, I feel like one of them old white people. Go back to your country then. Go back to your own country if you don't like it so much over here. Go back. That's how I feel. After all that stuff she was saying, go back to your own country. Gosh, she was popular like that and living in LA out of all places.
That's what I'm saying. Because when you live in LA, you either live one way
Or the other.
or the other.
100%.
You know what I
There
mean?
is no middle.
There's like no middle in LA. You are poor living on like Skid Row, basically. Or you have like a lot of money and you're popping, and that's at least a lifestyle that they were, you know, kind of putting out. Champagne drinking in the desert next to a helicopter, gold jewelry, glam photos, you know. So people thought it was a little strange that they lived here, and Marco Rubio actually ended up posting about this on X, and he was like, yeah, man, until recently, this lady and her daughter were green card holders living lavishly in the United States. But she is the niece of deceased Iranian Major General Qasem Soleimani. She's also an outspoken supporter of the regime who celebrated attacks on Americans and referred to our country as a great Satan, as I just said. So he's just said, this week I went ahead and terminated both of their legal status, and they're now in ICE custody, which, you know what? I don't hear great things about ICE custody. So...
yeah, they're cooked. But at the same time, I'm just disappointed in America for letting something like this fly in general. Like, did nobody do a background check, or did nobody think it was like a threat to Americans when you see that this person, maybe they came like before he became a military official or something?
So I looked this up. They've lived in the U.S. for years. I think the mom, she entered on a tourist visa back in 2015, got asylum in 2019, and then a green card in 2021. The U.S. killed the uncle in 2020.
Oh.
So now they're facing deportation at this point. The daughter, who was also arrested, had her green card revoked after entering on a student visa, and then later she gained residency. So, that's why I'm like, some of these relations... it don't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, I thought it was crazy that the Reza Pahlavi guy was living in the U.S. for so many years too. I'm like, he was living here? I don't know why I thought he would have been like in Turkey or something. I don't know, but
that's wild.
Yeah, man. Your enemy's niece is right here, popping in L.A.
She fine too. She gonna be in ICE detained. She gonna be in there with. She fine. She can't go. Hey.
I know. That's not. I mean, we talk about the polar. She gonna see the other end of L.A.
The other end, real quick.
In detention facility,
Real
unless
quick.
she can pay off somebody, because that's, whew, boy, crazy. Also, as part of the fallout of this Iran war, apparently gas stations in South Florida are reporting gas shortages already.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man. And this is like for the first time since this war started. It's only some gas stations in South Florida. They're saying that they've had temporary shortages while, I guess, the refueling trucks come. So just like kind of in those hours, I guess, like before they get refueling trucks, there might be like a run on it or something like that. Like people will freak out and, they panic buy gas all the time. So that's reportedly what's happening. And so some people are being told, you can buy the premium. Premium's still here. And they're like, bro, I'm not buying premium. Nobody's buying.
No. Well, I am, but I mean,
you
I don't
have to.
I have to. It's not.
Yeah. Most cars are like, you're not getting you're not a premium kind of girl as the car. You know what I mean? My little Jeep, she ain't premium gas, okay? But yeah, so that's happening. But I do hear that they might have a solution to these high gas prices.
It's a weird solution. And I don't think it might work. So they're trying to get rid of the gas tax and replace it with something that might hit everybody, whether you drive or not. Okay. Now, the CEO of the Alliance for Automotive Innovation, John Bozzella, who represents companies like General Motors, Toyota, Volkswagen, Hyundai, is saying scrape the gas tax completely. Get rid of it. And instead, charge drivers a flat vehicle fee, kind of like a registration based on how heavy your car is.
Wait, what?
So if you got, let's say your car is like 1,000 pounds or whatever, or tons or whatever, then that car is, you get, all right, so your gas is $60 every single time because you got a 1,000-ton car, or you got a Jeep. So let's say that thing is like 12,000 pounds.
And it's an EV, so it's got a big old battery.
So now yo $80. $80 off the rip. And a part of the reason is now people aren't buying gas like they used to. Electric vehicles, hybrids, people are filling up less, which means they're paying less into the system. So right now, if you drive a gas car a lot, you're basically carrying the whole system on your back. So everybody that drives cars are helping out the economy when it comes to like gas. But here's where it gets tricky. The new plan means everybody pays. EV drivers, hybrid drivers, everybody. So even if you thought you escaped the gas pump, they might still find a way to charge you for the road. And with the current transportation law expiring in September, this isn't just a talk. This could turn into policy real fast. So yeah, if you're, they're not just charging you how you drive, they're charging you how you pay to drive. All right. So all you people with them big old cars, y'all might be having to pay a flat fee here in a minute. Might be having to pay. Y'all might pull up to the gas station, they weigh your car. So look, all you heavy set people, get out of your car first. Let them weigh your car and then get back in. That way you won't get charged as much. But what do y'all think about this? I think that I think this is a dumb idea. I don't think this idea is smart at all.
I think it's tough because sometimes I can only put $20 in the gas anyways.
True.
Like, so if I'm forced to pay $60 off top every time, it's just like, nah, I can't do it. Some people can't afford it.
What if I just want a little $5 to get me there?
That's what I'm saying.
To stretch until I can get, shoot. Sometimes I just don't think that. I think that's stupid because it seems like they're just trying to rob us any way they can at this
100%.
point. It's just another new way to take money from us, which is crazy.
And then on top of that, they're not just like penalizing the people with gas cars. They're because people. I was thinking about getting an electric car. I was thinking about my next car being an electric car. But now, I'm like.
There's oh my God, I'd be so pissed. I would not get a full-on electric. I would get a hybrid.
I heard everybody say bad things about it.
I have a hybrid. I've just seen people end up in situations where they can't charge.
Oh yeah,
you got a long road trip. What you gonna do?
That's true.
You can't find a thing. But like at least either way, the way my EV works, I haven't gone to a gas station in like a month.
Really?
Wow.
Because like most of it is like from my ride here, and I really only go from here back home.
Oh, true.
So I'm only really given like the tank of EV. So I don't even really hit my gas. So I mean, that's why you got to get both.
I might think about an EV then because, all right, I might think about an EV. But still, though, your EV going to get charged too. But you would never hit the gas. That's the thing. But they're charging me, right? But they're charging people regardless because they said they're treating it like a registration. You pay a registration fee every year.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you pay your yearly fee for gas in one bill. Okay? So let's say you paying, I don't know, $1,200, $1,300, $1,500 for the whole year. That's you got $1,500 for the whole year. This is your registration for your gas right here. That's wild.
Wait, but like, do they give me gas too
for
the year?
See, that's the thing. Are they giving you a card? Are they giving you, do you get a prepaid something to where you spend this $1,500? $1,500 for gas only gonna last maybe 6 months.
All right.
You get what I'm saying?
All right. All right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Okay, so the Artemis 2 mission is off and mostly going smoothly. What is the worst thing, real quick before we get into the story, what's the worst thing you can think of happening while you're in space? And don't think like catastrophic, just think of like what would really suck.
Running out of food.
That would suck.
Having a baby?
Wow, I did not. Okay, I guess. Yeah,
that would be crazy.
You said what's the worst thing? Having a kid in space would suck.
I meant like realistically for these crew, like the crew that there for 10 days. What's the worst thing non-catastrophic that could happen?
STD.
Let me stop. I was gonna say something along that line too.
That is not a dent moment.
I don't know.
Air horn is crazy once again. No, man. Okay. You guys failed.
You asked us a question.
The Artemis 2's cruise capsule is having toilet issues.
Wait, what?
They're having toilet issues.
Oh, that's upsetting.
Is that not very annoying? Come on, take a look.
Oh my God, that sucks.
Take a look. It's in a book. Yes, the crew has had intermittent problems with their space toilets since they launched. And occasionally they've been told to not use it and have to go in collapsible contingency urinals as basically a bag used for urine collection.
Wait, aren't they in space? Won't they just pee in the open and just collect the pee in the it's non-gravity, so all you got to do is pee. It float around. You catch all the pee, and if you take a poo, you catch the poo. It's in gravity. There's no gravity up there. Everything is floating. All you got to do is grab. Man, just take a bag and just go like this. Boom.
Imagine you
collect
everything.
Everything.
Gotta dodge it.
Yeah, you
trying to grab it.
Man, this is not the worst thing because this could be fixed with just peeing out in public.
Did you know they empty those urine collection bags into space?
Oh, so we out there just littering in space.
Dump their pee in space.
Gosh.
Yes, I did not know that's how that works. So apparently, early on Saturday, the crew was preparing for bed, and the flight controllers realized they couldn't dump the toilet's stored urine overboard like they were supposed to be able to. They think the vent line is actually frozen. Space is like freezing. So they were told, use those little, CCUs, they're called, until the problem is fixed. And later on in the day, after the crew woke up, the flight controllers basically reoriented the capsule so that it could maybe let the sun heat up the vent that might be frozen. Because they think, again, that something might be frozen and stuck in there. Could be pee, could be, they don't know.
Oh, man.
So that's what they're trying to do. They also reported a mysterious burning smell coming from the toilet system.
Oh.
If you can pull this toilet system up again, I think we had 2 pictures for you. Mind you, this is a $23 million advanced toilet system. Wow. So this is apparently like the second most expensive toilet in history. But yeah, a burning smell. In fact, Christina Koch radioed to Mission Control on Saturday saying, regarding the smell, I just wanted to make sure you all were tracking the EGS notes of the kind of burning heater smell that's coming from the toilet several times. Apparently she was the one who had to fix it. So she radios that in, and they didn't really know what was happening because it was never identified as the source, like what exactly it was. It was just, they said it's like one of those smells like when you turn on a heater for the first time in a while. Okay. And that burning smell kind of comes out of it. Mm-hmm. But it's the toilet.
Ooh, wee.
Wait a minute, man.
Well, not officially the toilet. That's where they think it's coming from.
But it's only a 10-day trip, though.
It's only a 10-day trip that I have, but like that, the pee is one thing.
But poop.
I could hold the poop for 10 days, though.
No, you could not hold. No,
I could hold, bro. I'm telling you, I could hold a poop.
Whether you're actually gross. If you gotta poop for 10 days, bro. Your insides hate you. Oh my God. I think it's kind of crazy that the poo just goes out into space. What if we had not been getting asteroids? We've been getting poop-roids.
Frozen and just like collecting,
and then they end up hitting. We've been every single asteroid we got on this Earth has been just poop that's just frozen.
Shoot, this is why we keep hearing about aliens now because they are sick of it.
They're sick of we have littered their atmosphere.
I'm literally sick of this ish.
We have littered their atmosphere. So I got what you just did there. I got you. I'm not gonna let it fall.
Thank you. I thought it was.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're literally littering in space.
The worst kind.
How we take America? Never mind.
Don't they do spacewalks too? Imagine.
Poop just hit you. Boom, just hit you. Boom.
crazy.
Unbelievable. But it is going well. We have, they have been posting pictures of the Earth. I'm not going to lie. The pictures they've been posting look a lot like the pictures we've always had.
Come on now.
I would have thought that this would have been way more advanced than absolutely anything that we've seen in the last few decades. But lo and behold, Earth still looks exactly the same.
I ain't changed one bit. Still round, people. Still round. And for everybody, everybody on Artemis, I know this probably won't reach you, but I want to say, if y'all don't get a picture of the other side of the moon, this will go down as a failure because we will not believe that we went up there. Okay? We need a picture of the other. That moon better be pitch black on the backside because we can't see it. We need a picture. That's all. We done seen the Earth many a times. We need to see the backside of the moon.
I was trying to figure out where in Earth they were even looking. But anywho, this is them. I believe they are supposed to go to the dark side of the moon today.
Wow.
I'm like 80% sure I saw that.
And they're supposed to lose contact for 45 minutes. Like, that's what I heard. I heard they're supposed, once they get behind the moon, they're supposed to be lose contact for 45 minutes. Strangely lose contact for 45 minutes on the other side of the moon. Probably can't get no type of, pictures. And I swear, man, if we don't get no picture of that backside of the moon, I'd be mad.
So apparently that is supposed to happen around 7:02 tonight. And it's going to be the first time human eyes have ever seen this.
Woo, that's so cool.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's so
don't
cool.
Don't get too excited, man. Until I see proof on tomorrow.
But to your point, technically they should be able to float that pee.
Come on now.
And catch it.
Y'all better stop.
Come on now. Unless you got diarrhea, bruh, and them stools are solid, brother. Just go ahead and put your pants out. Just poop out in the open, bruh.
This is still kind of a morning show.
Oh, yeah, okay. True. True.
Some of us have decorum.
I was just saying what everybody was thinking.
Oh, man. Okay. We do have to go to a quick break, but we have a lot of Atlanta news coming at you after this.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Mia Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class? Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
The voice and attitude you love, now on your screen.
I love this.
Nessa brings her unfiltered energy, real talk, and celebrity interviews from the radio to your TV. It's the same Nessa you know. Bold, funny, and always keeping it real. Catch Nessa, now on TV.
Damn. That was deep right now.
Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. and Fridays at 7 p.m. only on Hot 97 TV.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. First, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
This sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
You are watching Hot 97 TV.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. This is a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest stories in the city. It is Monday, April the 6th. I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What's happening?
And Million.
Hey.
And we got another week of work.
Week of work.
ahead
Week of work.
us.
Week of work. Oh, but that's a good week of work. I'd say that 10 times fast. Week of work. Week of work. Week of work. Week of work. Week of work.
You like that kid in class?
Week of work. Week of work. Week of work.
Oh, man. But you know what? That means we got jobs.
Yes, that does. Amen.
Amen.
Thank God.
You know
I was
what?
praying about that this morning. I said, Lord, I appreciate you allowing me to get up and come to work every day.
Amen.
Now, if you can just have me hit the lotto so I don't have to, that'll be an object.
Yes. So last hour, and we won't linger here long, but I just want to let y'all know Stone Mountain is that place now. I went to Stone Mountain over the weekend, found a little hidden route.
What do you mean is that place? I think it's always been a cool place to go, but it's never been that place.
The Rock. The Rock has always been a good place to go.
No, The Rock is very racist.
Really?
Yeah, the people on that rock. That's,
yeah. You're right.
Yeah. But no, the route everybody always goes is the like straight
up,
up and straight
straight
down.
down, yeah.
There are other routes you can go.
On the Rock?
Please enlighten us.
On the Rock.
Tell us your route.
I should have gotten.
When you go over the railroad tracks, where do you go?
So there's a route along the railroad tracks.
Really?
Yes. And then you could go like up
and then right, left.
You could really choose your own adventure if you're daring. We were just. I should have. I could just show you, but then I can't show the news.
Yeah.
I should have given a picture.
You should have.
I'm gonna show you guys tomorrow.
And it's mostly trees?
It's rock. It's rock. There's some moss. There are trees. We saw deer actually.
Really?
We saw deer. Yeah, I totally forgot.
Yeah, you wildin'.
I will come with the videos tomorrow. Proof it happened.
See, here's my thing about, and then we'll move on. But here's my thing about trail walking and stuff. I don't see the significance of it. Okay, I just don't see I don't see the fun in getting up and walking a trail and hiking. I don't see the fun in that. I don't see fun in hiking. I just don't. I don't.
You're in nature. You're one with the outdoors, with the trees, with just what God did.
Okay.
It's His paintbrush. You just out into it. You breathe a little easier. You don't think about your life actually because you're too worried about your next step.
True. Okay.
Amen.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you can totally just be in the moment.
I got you.
Everything left behind. Because think about, and then we'll actually provide. Think about your actual life. Like a lot of us either live in the city or around the city or in traffic, blah, blah, blah. But when you're in nature, it's just so far removed from what you do day to day.
Yeah.
It just feels like you're in a totally different, just like life.
True.
That part.
You know what I mean?
That part.
So, anywho, that's where y'all should go because Piedmont Park.
Hello.
Which one of y'all was shooting at Piedmont Park over the weekend?
Yeah, so the YNs ruined 404 Day, man.
It happened at 404
It was 404 Day. 40. It wasn't technically 404 Day the event, but it was on 404 Day.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's some recent findings on what all happened at Piedmont Park. Mind you, though, the story is still developing. Now, apparently, another teen takeover type gathering is being looked at as part of what led to all of this all happening. Police haven't officially confirmed that yet, but they do say this came from an unpermitted gathering after the event. So 2 teenage girls were shot at Piedmont Park Saturday night. One of the victims was a 16-year-old, Tiana Robinson, and she was shot, and unfortunately, she passed away at the scene. shooting. The second victim, a 15-year-old girl, was shot in the shoulder, but she was reportedly not in critical condition. Now, the shooting happened around 9 p.m. near Lake Clara, Mere, and earlier that evening, thousands of people had been at the park to celebrate 404 Day. Now, when I tell you this thing like sounded traumatic, it sounded like Iran was in Piedmont Park or something like that. Here's just one angle of how the video happened at 9 p.m. How it went down at 9 p.m.
Oh, they got extendo. They got extendo.
He having too much fun in that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. He having a little too much fun to be hearing them shots firing past his head.
But that's what I'm saying, though. That's how you know it was just young children out there for the most part that was just out here. They say it's not confirmed that it was a teen takeover, but there was, you know, a whole bunch of teens out there doing all types of things. Here's another angle of what it looked like and sounded like at that.
What the? Oh my God!
POV, you just went to Piedmont Park for 404 Day. Man, y'all ruined everything.
I was just about to say, bro, everything.
But I don't want to put it all on the teenagers. But then again, it's like you got to put it all on the teenagers because who else is out here doing this, bro? So 404 Day is for the people, for the adults, for the grown folks that's gonna be out there having a good old time. But then I seen reports of people actually seeing YNs out there, young people out there with ski masks on in the sun, in the heat. Ski masks on, dressed to the nines, all types of things. Like, they came out there with backpacks on, and you know they wasn't going to school.
Nah, here's the thing, man. I think there needs to be more bullying to these kids, and I'm gonna tell you why. So don't crucify me for what I'm about to say. A lot of these dudes, these young kids, we just need. What's the worst thing you can call a kid? A dude, a guy. Just call him gay. That's like a crazy thing. Oh man, that's like, oh man, I'm not gay. I'm not. That's the worst thing you can call it. Start calling them that. See what happens. Because at the end of the day, you're walking past all these fine women and all these beautiful girls, and you want to get attention from males. Because that's the only reason you're doing what you're doing, because you want to get attention from dudes. You're going out of your way to receive male validation. Oh, I see what that's what you want. That's the only reason they walk around with the ski. Ain't no girl really like, oh my God, a gangster with a ski mask on. I gotta talk to him. No, nobody's doing that. Okay, so they're only doing that for male validation. Yeah. So when you're going around seeking male validation, my brother, that's gay. Okay, wait, let me finish, Mill. Let me finish. Now, that is one of the main reasons why this goes on. That's one of the main reasons why they got guns. Bruh, no girl, when you pull out your gun, is being super like, oh my God, I need that. None of them. You do this for the guys. Y'all do all that. Y'all young men do this for other dudes.
Dale,
straight up.
Dale, I can't sit here and say that.
Yes,
bro.
you can. You can. I can.
No, because again, I don't know. It's just young girls. You know, mind you, these are teenagers that we're talking about. Young girls do get some sort of excitement from seeing a bad boy, from seeing a guy. It's been throughout history. Girls like bad boys.
For sure.
They like guys that break the rules. They like guys that has neck tats
1000%.
as opposed to people that have glasses on and are doctors
100%.
at a young age before they mature.
I do agree with the neck tat and all that kind of stuff, but like ski masks, that's like a little too far. You're like, it's
these girls like streamers. These girls like dudes with money. Their vision of what men are nowadays is so skewed by what the internet puts on the internet now, bruh. Like being a YN now is, in my opinion, not cool anymore in a sense of you have all these streamers that make all this money. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be, I'm the cool kid. Bruh, y'all, at the end of the day, you're getting male validation from men. And that's all y'all want is these dudes to look at you as, I'm a gangster, I'm cool, flat out.
Look, I hate that you're putting me in a point to where I got to defend YNs, because I'm not trying to. I'm really not. But what I
don't know why you would.
I do think women do play a large part, at least young women play a large part in the way that these black men are carrying themselves, because even when they are dressed up in ski masks and things like that, they got chrome hearts on their back. They're not dressed up in rags. They're not walking around in rags. They're trying to look nice for
100%.
the young ladies, because
100%.
that's what the young ladies like. And unfortunately, if they took doctors more seriously. I just want young women to realize how much power they actually have and influence over men. We're stupid. We'll do whatever it takes to basically get your attraction, get your attention. And if it looks like you only like the bad boys, the gangsters, then a lot of these young men are going to start acting that way.
But I do think that you guys kind of both make a good point.
Oh, he makes a great point.
Well, because one thing I didn't even think about, though, is that, like, I think back in the day, you really only had, like, a real job and the street life to be able to get money. Real job, you had some money. Street life, you probably could have been, like, rolling in it. But now you do have streamers. So I don't know what these young girls like now. It's probably a good question, because I wonder if that impacted that at all, because now, like, you don't have to be a thug just to have that same kind of money. You could stream. You could play video games and make that kind of money instead of having to go to the streets like you used to have to. So I do kind of wonder how that changed.
You got a point, but the streamers are dressing and acting like they're tough too, though. So it's like everybody's trying to act a certain way to basically get these girls' attention. And it's unfortunate because these are just kids. These are just kids. Young kids. They don't know any better. And this is why I put most of the responsibility on the parents. Where are your belts at? Where are you? Why is your kids out past 9 o'clock at Piedmont Park by themselves? And if they're not by themselves, why are you not with them?
Yeah, it was 8th graders out there. Like, it was literally 8th graders out there at 12 o'clock, like at midnight. And Piedmont Park has always been one of them parks where it's, I'm going to say this. It's always been a park where you see white people running. If that makes sense. Does that make sense when I say that?
In the daytime.
In the daytime.
Because the homeless come out at night,
they do.
First of all.
They do.
You know
they
what
do.
I mean? That's
they
why
do.
I'm shocked that they were even there. Because, like, I've avoided Piedmont Park at night.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But you definitely do see.
It's a joyous park.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be one of the parks where you go to and joyous. And I mean, to the 404 people, man, it sucks, man. And this is, I never wanted to see this happen, because this is supposed to be a joyous day for everybody of Atlanta. This is an Atlanta event for everybody that's real Atlanta, or just a transplant here in Atlanta has engulfed the culture of Atlanta. So it sucks. Next year, we might have to charge for tickets. We might have to charge for tickets. This is a free event. Next year, you might have to charge. You might have to put a ticket price on there that might cut out some of the riffraff. You know what I mean? Like, if you're just letting everybody into the park, but that we shouldn't think like that. The creators of the event should never think like, dang, man, I gotta put tickets on this. Now I gotta, I gotta X these people out, because no, you should never. This is supposed to be an event for everybody.
And then security for
Exactly.
that. I mean, it'd be a whole extra cost just because y'all don't know how to act.
Exactly,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, it does suck. 404 Day actually did come out with a message that basically apologizing for the incident that happened, recognizing the young lady's life that actually did pass away. Right now, there are no suspects in custody. The Atlanta Police Department says that they are reviewing footage and they're talking to witnesses to figure out exactly what led to the shooting. I want you to know, if you are the shooter or shooting in general, if you was out there shooting in general, you're about to get caught. And I hope you get caught. And I'm gonna bring my belt just when you do get caught. I'm gonna bring my belt to the police department, because apparently your parents ain't doing enough. It's unfortunate.
And he's gonna hand the belt to the parents so he doesn't get arrested
there it goes.
himself.
There
You're
it
right.
goes.
Yeah, you're right.
There it goes.
Now whoop your child. Now whoop him right now.
Oh, man. Okay, there's a cheer coach in Gwinnett County who just pleaded guilty and got sentenced in a grooming case.
Yeah, this one was actually pretty crazy, man. So a former Gwinnett County cheerleading coach, like you said, he was convicted. Charles Archibald Moore III, 33 years old, pleaded guilty to multiple felony charges and was sentenced to 25 years with the first 12 years to be served in prison. So he got 25 years, but he only has 12 that he's serving in prison currently.
Man.
That sounds like he got off kind of light, in my opinion. What do y'all think? 12 years in prison, the rest is out?
Yeah, I don't like, when I hear about folks like this, I think they should get 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, lifetime.
That part.
Yeah, bro.
So the charges include sexual exploitation of children, invasion of privacy, grooming of a minor, and electronically furnishing obscene materials to minors. So according to prosecutors, the case began back in 2024 when a teenage victim reported the abuse to law enforcement in Walton County. Authorities say Moore initiated contact with the victim when she was 16 years old, communicating with her through social media. And, prosecutors are alleging that, he was requesting explicit images of these young women. He was asking for money. He was asking for vapes. And he was even asking for THC cartridges from these kids. During the court proceedings, the victims testified that the conduct escalated into sexual encounters. So she stated that those encounters took place at Moore's house in Snellville and in the parking lot of a cheerleading facility connected to Star Athletics. This is the man, right? This is a man right here. Why are you cheerleading? Why are you being a cheerleading coach? I mean, I get that, there's supposed to be inclusivity with everybody nowadays. You can't judge a book by a cover. But I mean, you're a grown man and you're a cheerleading coach. That kind of rubs me the wrong way.
That's a good point. Because what kind of 33-year-old man just wants to be the cheer coach, like on purpose? There's this sometimes in school be in a situation where it's like, man, we need a cheer coach. Oh, you got to do it. But when you talk about offering these children money, vapes, and THC cartridges for explicit photos,
that's crazy.
And he was a coach at multiple different locations too, including Star Athletics in Barrow County, the Atlanta Jayhawks in Gwinnett County, and Walnut Grove High School in Walton County. Walnut Grove is a private school, I believe. Investigators say the case expanded beyond just a single victim. At least 2 additional victims were identified during the investigation, and authorities have indicated that there could be more charges. So right now, like I said, he just decided to plead guilty, and he's facing 12 years in prison. The rest of the 25 is, he's going to be on parole. I think that's too light of a sentence right now.
Yeah.
They say that, there's other cases that could possibly come out to, keep him in court or in jail longer in other counties. But unfortunately, I think he got off. I think he got off pretty clean. He's 33. He's going to get out when he's like 55. 55 if I'm doing the math correctly.
No, you're doing the math incorrectly. 45. You said 12.
45. 45 is even worse.
12 times 30.
Yeah.
It's all good.
But even 45 years old, man, this man could live the rest of his life out on. I mean, of course, he's gonna probably have the sexual assault case attached to his name. But at the same time, it's like, bruh, that's it. Like, he could go somewhere else. Like, he could work in other places and live a life. Like, that's wild.
My thing is, you said his name was Charles Archibald Moore III.
Archibald.
Three of y'all. You did this to your daddy and your granddaddy's name?
Archibald.
Archibald Moore. That is crazy. You know how mad I would be if I name, that's your namesake.
And that name, Archibald that's a heavy name. That's a heavy
Wow.
name. Archibald. That's a heavy name.
Dang, that's crazy. I would have to change my name as the dad.
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely gonna change his name. He gonna change his name when he get to prison for sure. I tell you that.
They finna go crazy with
what?
him,
they don't play about that, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a wrap for him.
What a horrifying thought.
But he's only in there for 12 years though.
Bruh, 12. Okay, let's be honest. 12 years of that.
Yeah.
Come
you
on.
got a point.
Come on now.
You got a point.
Yeah,
you
brother.
Oh yeah. And then with that visual, let's move on to another crazy story. Honestly, it's extremely sad too and random. There was a head-on crash between a car and a MARTA bus, and one person died.
Yeah, so emergency crews in LaGrange responded to wrong story. Apologies.
You good. Because it is crazy. Like MARTA, I know you have a love for MARTA.
I do.
And I know that, we, the rest of us, don't really give it its respect, but generally you are pretty safe.
Yeah, for the most part. And I'm going to give some stats on that in a second. So Atlanta police are investigating a fatal crash that happened Saturday morning in northwest Atlanta. Officers responded around 8:15-ish to an area in the 266 Hamilton E. Holmes Drive where they found 2-vehicle collision involving a MARTA bus and a Jeep Patriot. Jeep Patriot?
Let me look that up.
I think
Because I'm about to say, I know what happened already because I got a Jeep.
You think it malfunction or something?
No, I think that, hey, you ain't cutting me off.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened.
Jeeps do be trying to...
Jeeps, because you be feeling invincible on the road.
And you're right, because investigators say the Jeep crossed into an opposing lane of traffic and struck the bus head on.
Dang.
Yo, Jeeps do be, well, now that you say that, they are the main ones that be trying to cut people off or go around you in traffic.
Bruh.
I'm not saying that this person did that, but it's a lot of them that do
it. Listen, my girl got a Jeep, and the way she drives, good Lord Almighty, bro. I be in the passenger seat, dumb scared. Okay, so.
Well, you know what? Because I had a sedan before this, and I got cut off by it was like a big truck, one of those like 16-wheelers, whatever it was, and I got cut off to where like my tires actually scraped the side of the, little whatever that little cement part is that connects the road to the sidewalk.
Yeah.
The curb?
The curb.
You been sitting in the curb, Lana? Dang,
No,
man.
it ran me into the curb, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being a victim. Let me go get a big car. I'm ready to be a bully on these roads. So you really do be feeling like, what you gonna do?
That is true.
My car's too big for you to play with me.
Yeah, so the driver of the Jeep, who was the only person inside the vehicle, was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but later died from the injuries. But the people on the MARTA bus, the occupants on board, including the driver, police say there was no critical conditions, no real injuries amongst the people on the bus. Now, there are studies out there that say, transit buses are involved in thousands of crashes yearly and nationwide, but I looked at it, MARTA, there's only like reports of like dozens of crashes that happen per year in Atlanta. So,
really?
Yeah, they actually say that it's safer to drive a MARTA bus than it is to driving your own car.
Yeah, no, 100%. I believe that it's definitely safe. MARTA drivers have like 17 people, 18 people on the bus at a time sometimes. So I mean, you can't. That's a lot of people in your possession, their lives at your hand. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they have to drive with caution.
With caution.
Yeah.
Most of those 12 or those dozens of crashes that happen in Atlanta are typically from others drivers actually hitting the bus.
Really?
So, yes.
Wow.
I mean, we could talk trash about MARTA all we want.
Well,
but
here's the thing. We never talk trash about the driving of MARTA. I think we talk trash about the experience on MARTA and what MARTA encapsulates. And that is, it's very rough. It's very rough. It's very rough. That's all we say. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying. We're not saying that they're not good drivers. They're probably excellent drivers.
Yeah.
But,
I feel it.
Just the people that get on are probably not excellent. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so the investigation's still ongoing, but
All right. Well, we will keep you posted on that. There's an update. In the meantime, getting a package delivered to your door that you did not order is probably either a blessing or a curse.
And that's what happened to a woman here in Atlanta. A woman woke up to her porch looking like an Amazon warehouse, except she didn't order a single thing. She didn't order nothing. Marlon Bowden, right in Virginia Highlands, starts getting flooded with packages, smartwatches, AI translators, electronics. Like Jeff Bezos personally said, run it up. Here you go. The problem is every single item was charged to her credit card. So she does not know what any normal person would do. She tries to log into her account and boom, she's locked out.
Oh, no.
Not just locked out. The hacker changed her name, changed her email, basically turned her Amazon account into a whole new identity. Now, here's where it gets crazy. She reaches out to Amazon. They tell her they can't even talk to her because technically her name isn't on the account anymore. That's like somebody stealing your car, repainting it, and the dealership saying, yeah, that's not your car anymore, brother. That's not yours. You ain't got that. And while she's fighting just to get it back, the hacker is trying to run it up even more. Okay, attempting to transfer thousands of dollars in cash off her credit card. Luckily, the credit card company blocked that part, but the account still gone. 3 weeks later, she's still locked out, and whoever hacked it is still shopping like it's Prime Day every day. And now she's asking a real question: How is the biggest retailer in the world acting like customer service is on airplane mode? Which I totally agree. What in the world, Jeff Bezos? Somebody is hacked my account. I'm talking about bought everything.
But send it to her house.
Send it to her because her address is still on the Amazon. Why y'all didn't change the address too, dummies?
So you just bought me a bunch of stuff on my card?
And it's like, thank you. I appreciate it. But now I'm gonna go flip this and sell all this stuff and get the cash
I know they were mad
Boy,
as all
what?
get out when they realized they didn't change the address.
They dummies. Straight dummies, bro.
Now, is it possible that this is one of those cases where, you know, you have a credit card and you spend it a little too much and then you call up the credit people and you're like, yo, there's something wrong with my card.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, I've heard people do it all the time.
I've done that.
You've done that?
Yeah, man, I bought a whole computer with a credit card once and canceled it. And then on top of that, called the credit company and said, somebody used my credit card. As soon as the computer came.
Oh, damn.
Well, you canceled. Wait, so you got the computer?
Yeah, but this is when I did this when I was like 18.
What?
Statute of limitations is expired.
Yeah,
so
I'm
he
30.
can tell
Yeah.
you.
That's the only reason I said it. I'm 35 now. Only did it once and never did it again. But yeah, I really wanted this computer. Bought the computer with a credit card that I applied for. Got it, and I think my credit limit was like $400. The computer was like $350. Got the computer, canceled the credit card. Called the credit card company. Said somebody was using my credit card, stolen. They put the credit card back on there.
Hold on, but I thought that they do an investigation to see.
They did do an investigation,
and they.
I don't know how they didn't
They
figure out.
investigate-
I don't know how they didn't figure out I didn't do it.
Sir, is your address?
But this is one of them. This is one of them starter credit card companies. So it's like a starter credit card. That's why my credit limit was so low because I didn't have any credit.
Okay, so they didn't have like a real check and balance. Like it wasn't like a Wells Fargo.
It wasn't like a
or
Wells
Bank of
Fargo. Yeah,
America.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, did that once. So I know exactly what happened. I mean, I get exactly what you're talking about.
And that's what I'm saying. So did she like ask for a refund? I mean,
Yeah, she probably asked for all of her stuff back.
No, I'm saying, did she say that she will return the product?
Oh, they didn't say that she would. They didn't say that.
So now you gonna keep it, man? You got to return the products. Like or something. I need to see that at least. If I'm Amazon, all right, cool. We understand. Go ahead and give us the products back because you shouldn't have opened it.
That might be like what actually gets Amazon on there. Because if I can convince my credit card company to cancel it all, look, Amazon, you want this stuff back because you're not getting $1 for all this stuff that's now at my house. So if
Exactly.
you want this back, I'm gonna need you to get my account straight.
And I just got all my money back. So now y'all really didn't even get paid for real.
Exactly.
So hello.
Gotcha.
Yeah, y'all. Yeah. I would have kept it and flipped it though. They would have got no money from me.
I feel it.
I'd have kept every single package they sent me and flipped all that and sold it to the homies. But I know they got to feel dumb though, the dudes that did this, because it's like, bruh, all you had to do, you had one job.
Change everything.
Change everything.
But the
you
thing that
changed
matters.
everything except the address.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Stupid.
Oh man. Okay. So we got a crazy road rage story for you guys, but you gotta wait till the break ends to hear it. We will be right back after this.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all. That's
Let's
it.
go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Where are you supposed to be?
Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
The voice and attitude you love, now on your screen.
I love this.
Nessa brings her unfiltered energy, real talk, and celebrity interviews from the radio to your TV. It's the same Nessa you know. Bold, funny, and always keeping it real. Catch Nessa, now on TV.
Damn, that was deep right now.
Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. and Fridays at 7 p.m. only on Hot 97 TV.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. First, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
this sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
Alrighty, welcome back to Hot 97 News Atlanta, everybody. And you know, this should be just kind of known at this point if you live in Metro Atlanta, but you really can't honk your horn at everybody, because the road rage is real here.
Come on now. Come on. Don't do it. Look, out in Madison County on Highway 29 near Kimberly Circle, a situation that probably started like any other traffic frustration. You know, people get mad at each other. It escalated all the way into gunfire. By the time the deputies got there, one person had already been shot and the other had been rushed to the hospital. Now, here's the part that really stands out. Everybody else involved didn't run. They stayed right there at the scene, talked to investigators while everything was unfolding. So this wasn't some hit and run chaos. This was a situation that boiled over in real time. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is now involved trying to piece together exactly what happened. But as of now, authorities still haven't said what caused the argument, what led to the shooting, or if anybody is going to be charged. And they're saying there's no ongoing threat to the public, but let's be real, this is another reminder of how fast things can escalate on the road. One wrong move, one misunderstanding, everybody loses. You know, nobody wins in this situation. And I am here to tell you, I have told my fiance this many of times.
Okay.
Do not honk your horn at nobody out in these streets. All right? I say it every time. She be wanting to honk the horn. I say, hey, look, I don't know who in that car. You about to put both of us in danger. Do not honk your horn. I don't honk my horn ever. I never honk my horn no more. I don't try to honk my horn. If somebody cut me off, that just is what it is. You just cut me off, I'm gonna keep it moving. I don't know what y'all are going through on a day-to-day basis. My horn might be the last straw for you, sir or ma'am. That might be the last straw. That might be the, you know what? I'm about to kill him. And then that's it. I'm gone because I honked my horn. I tell everybody that. I tell my sister and my mama and all of them, do not ever honk your horn. And a lot of you seem like a horn honker. You seem like a horn honker.
With a swiftness.
See?
I'm a horn honker. And my boyfriend does me the same thing. Quit honking your horn.
Stop honking that horn.
You know what? Because I also have this little nasty. I can whisper, but like, let's say, you know, we're walking down the street and let's say somebody has on like a funny hat or like just something notable and it's a guy who like looks like any kind of way. I'd be like, man, look at that hat or something like that or whatever. And then he'll get so mad at me because, well, if he hears you, I'm going to have to be the one to handle it. I'm like, he's not going to hear me.
I say the same thing.
I'm like, y'all just be tripping.
No, we not tripping. It's a perfect incident that we not tripping. You honk your horn. Honking your horn leads to consequences. It always does. You never know. See, when people honk their horn at me, it doesn't bother me. So I'm just one, but I'm
no
me.
consequence.
But I'm me though. I'm me. I can't say that for that person in the other car if I honk the horn because I don't know how they're feeling. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you a story. This is the last time I've ever honked my horn. I swear to you, I'll put this on everything I love. I'm driving down the street. I think this is when I was like 27, 28. Driving down the street, this old lady pulls up beside me, right? And she's like 70 years old, okay? So she gets in front of me, and I'm like, cool, whatever. We're driving, we get to the stoplight. And as at the stoplight, she's sitting there for like a hot minute when the light turns green. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let her, okay, now it's too long. And I honked the horn. When I tell you, that lady rolled down her window, stuck her head out the window, and cussed me out, flicked me off, and then waited till the light turned yellow, almost red, turned off. I said, hey, bruh, that was the day. That was the day I said, I don't know if I will ever home. Because I don't know if that old lady would have got in the car and popped me. I don't know what. That was minute. Yeah. But still, though, that just let me know, nope, I'm good. I would never honk the horn. I don't ever honk the horn.
Yeah, it's tough to honk a horn in Atlanta in general, though, because it's like there's traffic everywhere. You gonna see that person again in about 2 more minutes.
Come on now.
3 more minutes. That person gonna roll up right beside you in traffic because you ain't getting too far. I can see if there's like a clear road and you honk
and you drive off.
But it's typically traffic everywhere. You gonna see that person again, and then what you gonna do? You gonna keep your foot
right there, look straight ahead.
You know what I will say? Sometimes when I honk, and usually I feel justified, it's for a good reason, but regardless, when I do pull around and like get up next to that person, it depends on what they look like. If it looks like it's just like another like girl or whatever, I might look irritated, like, yeah, I honked my horn at you, what you gonna do? But if it looks like somebody who might shoot me, I might be
right.
in my phone.
You look like you doing something.
Be honking, put your hand in.
Or I'll stop just shy so our windows don't link up.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's so embarrassing. It's not even that I'm scared. It's just like kind of
embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's the worst embarrassing when you think you about to take off and you get caught at the light. See, getting in traffic, you're gonna see them. Yeah. But honking at somebody, swerving around and trying to get past them, and then you get to the red light and they just pull up slowly like this.
You proud of yourself?
Look at you, dummy. Now we both here stuck together, stupid. Now you look like an idiot.
Because you ain't for to say nothing. You ain't for to do nothing.
If you would have drove a little faster, maybe I would have made it. It's like, nah, dog. But so yeah, they don't really know what happened. But I urge everybody out in the city, do not honk your horn. Please stop honking the horn. Let it go.
Good little PSA.
Yeah, let it go. Let it go.
Okay. Meanwhile, this is a story maybe some of you might have been following. So there was a man who was actually killed in the Johnson State Prison, and the Georgia Department of Corrections just settled a lawsuit with his family.
Yes, $4 million. Oh. $4 million. That is the amount the state of Georgia has agreed to pay to settle a lawsuit over the death of an inmate. His name is Johnson at the Johnson State Prison. A case that was, had drawn attention to conditions inside of the state correctional facility. Now, the guy's name was David Henniger. He was 44 years old and died in October of 2021 while in custody on parole violation. Now, according to the lawsuit, the file by the family, Henniger had repeatedly warned prison staff that his cellmate was unstable. He was a little off. He was saying that it was a serious threat. Those warnings, though, at least the family claims that they were not acted on. The police officers didn't take it serious. So court filings state that about a week before his death, Henniger's cellmate allegedly choked him unconscious. And despite that incident, the two men remained housed together.
Wow.
So here he is getting choked out, and then you put them still in the same place to where he can possibly get harmed again. So on the morning of October 16th, the lawsuit alleges Hager was assaulted inside of his cell for over a period of several hours. So this is 2 different days that they're saying this thing happened. Attorneys for the family say Henniger was restrained, he was beaten, choked, and he could have been heard. He was actually heard calling for help during the attack. They also say that other inmates alerted officers, but intervention did not come in time. According to the complaint, guards later observed Henniger lying unresponsive in his cell, but did not immediately check on him, and he was eventually found dead.
Wow.
That's upsetting.
$4 million. Yeah, I need that.
I need that.
I need that as a family member.
Because y'all didn't care.
Y'all didn't care at all.
And this is why I always tell people to, whatever situation you're in life, you need to report it so that, you know, you have a track record of something that you could go back to. Just imagine if this man didn't report anything.
Yeah.
If he didn't say, hey, my life is being threatened. If he didn't say, hey, you know, I feel like I'm at threat or at risk right now, this possibly could have just been swept underneath the rug. This could have been chalked up to another incident that, you know, had inmates just tripping out. But it's the fact that he reported it, though, you know?
I had a lot of people know this about me, but I said it in my special. I went to a mental hospital for like 5 days.
Like you did? Or
yeah,
you just
yeah.
said,
No, I had to go for 5 days. And I was in there with a dude, and this is to your point, report everything.
Right.
I was in this mental hospital, and my roommate was this very scary dude. And the only reason I found out he was scary because when he would go to sleep, he would talk in his sleep, but it wouldn't be regular talk. It would be like, he was talking in tongues.
Oh.
Hey, listen, beyond scary. So I would have conversations with him in the day. And I never knew this guy's name. And my second day, I finally asked. I was nervous to talk to him. So my second day, I asked, I was like, yo, man, what's your name? He's like, my name is Nomad. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, what is that? Yo, what does Nomad mean? And he was like, it's demon spelled backwards. Hey, listen. That's not funny.
Jesus.
It's not funny. I almost died in there, okay? Listen.
No, literally.
Listen. So I went to the counselor that day and said, hey, can I switch rooms? Because I'm in here with Lucifer. And and y'all not about to have me get killed up here in this mental hospital. I'm just here to get sober. And y'all got me in here with the devil himself? No.
Oh my God.
Yep. And so that day she switched me. And literally the next day, another dude came into the cell and he beat him up.
He beat up the Lucifer.
No, not Lucifer. Nomad beat up the guy that was in the cell with him. It's a little white kid. Yeah, it's a little white kid.
Jesus had his hands
on
you.
me. Boy, what? I left. Bro, they moved me to cell that day. As soon as I said I want to move, I feared for my life, but they moved me to cell that way. And then that next day, little white boy moved in. He beat him up. He didn't beat him up like crazy bad, but he beat him up. But yeah, bro. So totally agree with you. Report everything. Please. If you ever get into any situation like that and you watched us and then you got to go to jail and listen, remember, report it. Get about them situations.
So the case was scheduled to go to trial in federal court. But again, you got evidence like this. You ain't finna take this to court.
Yeah.
You ain't finna take spender. You know you messed up.
Yeah.
Right.
So they ended up settling on $4 million. And as part of the agreement, the defendants did not admit wrongdoing. So they didn't necessarily say they, messed up. But they did give him the $4 million.
That's crazy.
That's what they do.
That's
we
crazy.
didn't do anything wrong, but here's $4
million.
million.
It's crazy, bro.
Right. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Sounds like that other kid has a case. Because if you got a record of him being like
he didn't
threatening,
he didn't hurt me. So.
I'm saying the other kid.
Oh, the other kid. Yeah.
If he could prove somebody just got moved out because they were fearing for their life, and you put me in the cell.
Well, it wasn't me, so I don't. Hey,
that's his problem.
That's his problem. It's not mine.
My lord.
Sorry.
Okay. In the meantime, there were some workers who got injured at a data center in LaGrange.
Y'all, this was a Google site actually.
Oh.
Really?
Yes, this was a Google site.
Actually.
That's what I'm saying. So emergency crews in LaGrange, they responded to a serious construction site incident Friday afternoon involving a worker injured, and he was like 50 feet above ground, they say at least. At approximately 2:50 p.m. on April 3rd, the LaGrange Fire Department was dispatched to the Google data center construction site located at 411 Pegasus Parkway after receiving reports of a worker injury. Now, when first responders arrived on the scene, they found that the worker had been injured while working, like I said, about 50 feet above ground level. Now, the exact cause of the injury still has not been released because of the height and the complexity of the situation, though, what the crew had to determine was that a standard rescue would not be enough. They couldn't just get this man like a normal way. Additional resources were requested, including a Tower 31, and that's basically a 85-foot aerial platform designed for high angle operations. So they had to bring out the big dogs, the big tools to go save this man. Firefighters along the AMR, the American Medical Response, and the construction site's emergency team began providing immediate medical care to the injured injured worker while still on the roof, and their priority was to stabilize the patient before attempting any necessary movement. Now, once the worker was stabilized, the crews carefully repositioned the individual to the edge of the roof. The patient was then secured to the aerial platform system and slowly lowered from the elevated position down to the ground. This just sounds like a lot. After reaching ground level, emergency personnel continued advanced medical treatment due to the severity of the injuries, and the worker was transported to the medical helicopter to a regional trauma center. I say all this to say, this sounds like some money.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually Google though that he would probably be getting paid from, because just because he got hurt working on a Google site, I don't think it was actually Google that is probably gonna pay him.
He's about to get paid though, because regardless if it was because it's still an investigation that's still going on. They didn't say what the injury was and how he got injured, but they did say it was at a Google site. If he was like a contractor or something like that, he was probably gonna get paid. Like if it was a contracted,
Well,
so what actually happened to him? Because he was just injured on the roof, but like, did it say like, was it his foot?
Yes, so they didn't explicitly say what the injury was, but they did say how high he was up in the air while he got injured, and that he was stuck 50 feet up in the air.
Well, I just want to say this. Tracy Morgan got hit by Walmart, 2000 whatever.
Got hit?
Yeah, hit by a Walmart truck.
Oh.
$90 million settlement. So if this is at Google, I think Google got way more money than Walmart. So run it up if it's Google. Run it up. I'm talking about fall, scream. You break one of your arms on purpose. Hey, run it up.
Yeah.
Run it up.
Got to. Like I said, it's still an ongoing investigation though.
Emotional distress.
PTSD.
I'm traumatized.
I done got autistic from this. Everything. You know what I'm saying? You caught autism from this. I got ADHD now.
I'll never have another roof again.
You never have another roof.
I can't even have a roof anymore. For
One
real.
eye gone. I'm dyslexic. Bruh, name them all. Tell Google they paying for everything.
I got stomach issues.
You got stomach issues. They ain't got nothing to do with your stomach. Hair falling out now. I'm talking about we can go down the list.
Okay, so there was actually another teen takeover in Gwinnett, and again, these teens got arrested.
So this teen takeover took place around March 28th, right? But Gwinnett County had put out a body cam footage, and I thought it was very interesting. Y'all let me know if you see some similarities maybe in these teens that was arrested. Here we go.
You're so funny. My mom's so funny.
Face the door. All right. You have anything in your pocket?
She's gonna get you. Yes, I have a taser and I have.
You have a taser?
spray.
Underage?
Said they saw someone grab a gun out of a trash can, put it in his jacket, and then go inside.
I'm 16.
I'm 16.
Wait.
They don't
guys.
Everybody, I'm sorry. Chill. How old are y'all? 14, 15.
14, 15.
Like what?
Literally, where are their parents? What is this?
See, here's the thing too.
He said CT with no reason. You didn't ask him for what reason though?
Hold on.
What do you mean you don't have to ask him? That don't make no sense.
I think it's really, these teens think they're smarter than the system, because immediately they start doing these and then they cry, I'm 16 or I'm 15 or I'm underage. Dog, you weren't doing all that when you was out here running around breaking stuff and doing this, that, and the third, so don't do it now. That's my whole thing is like, bruh, if you're gonna go act like a grown person, then you better take your consequences like a grown person. Don't sit back and I'm 16, I can't. No, dog, you did what you did. Now it's time to pay up for what you did, flat out.
What was some similarities though?
Black kids, they're black kids. We got it. We saw that from the dribble. You didn't even have to tell us. I knew it was just a bunch of black kids.
Yeah, and this is so sad because it's like it's our kids that's doing this.
Yeah.
Like what's going on? It seems like they think it's a game almost. Because I mean, even the first young lady, she was laughing and she kept on saying it was kind of you barely could hear it, but she kept on saying, "My mom's gonna get you for this," or "My mom's gonna get you for this." And it's like, what do you think your mom is about to do? And why do you feel like in these type of situations your mom is going to have your back?
Exactly.
I thought that she said that she had a taser.
She did.
She did also say she had a taser.
Underage.
I didn't know people couldn't have tasers, because I would think that if you're gonna let your child go, you know, at least she could have something to protect herself. That's not a gun. I didn't know you couldn't have a taser underage.
Let me see what age you can have a taser.
And see, also the thing is too, man. These man, I had. Oh no. So yes, most of these kids are black kids. They think that this is fun. So these teen takeovers are what they do. And then you have white kids who do stuff like Project X, which is, I'm not going to say safer, but it's a little less destructive when it's not you out in public. They
What
take
is that?
a Project X is like you go have a massive house party.
Oh.
Like a big house party, like hundreds and hundreds of people. But
Well, they can do stuff like that if you have a house that can accommodate hundreds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So, you know, they have the resources to have those type of parties.
Yeah.
Most of these black kids don't have those resources to have. And to be totally honest, a lot of these black kids probably do have the resources, and they probably have very financially stable parents with nice houses and both parents, and they still choose to do this. So I would never understand what is going on in our teens' heads to where they want to resort to a takeover.
Right.
Never get it.
I mean, again, they're just trying to have fun. So if you don't know what a teen takeover is, it's just the kids coming out there and just grouping up. You know, things do happen at these teen takeovers. Actually, I think every single one that we've talked about, at least, there was some arrest tied to it.
Yeah.
So this one actually took place in Gwinnett County, and as a result, officers began making arrests. They've been saying that they're going to be watching these teen takeovers extensively online. So in total, 9 individuals were taken into custody, including 2 adults and 7 juveniles. Now, the charges filed included obstruction, affray, that's basically fighting in public, disorderly conduct, and criminal trespassing, all related to refusing to leave and engaging in disruptive behavior.
Yeah.
If a police officer tells you to go, just go.
Leave.
Just leave.
Leave.
You don't have to stay. So during the incidents, you know, the officers also received a report that a juvenile had retrieved what appeared to be a firearm from the trash can. We heard him talking about that, and placed it in his waistband. Police say that he was 16 years old. Y'all, the obsession that these kids have with guns nowadays is like crazy. So police also confirmed that one teenager was injured during the event, and though details about how that injury occurred has not been released yet, authorities emphasized that while a large number of people were present, many did not participate in criminal activity. Like I said, it's a lot of kids that's just out there having fun.
Yeah.
But it's the couple bad apples that will mess it up for everybody. And now we're looking at these teen takeovers like they're all bad. It doesn't matter. If I hear about a teen takeover, I'm calling the police.
For sure. Flat out.
But it's not because I want to get y'all in trouble.
Yeah.
It's because I want y'all to be safe.
Right. Because it's all fun and games until someone literally gets shot. And then it's like, well, I just want to hang out with my friend. You know, it's...
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate. 9 people arrested.
You know what? And then there was a different teen-related story that we saw. A teen was arrested for staging a mall protest at the Mall of Georgia.
This is crazy. So Gwinnett County Police began investigating this incident after a social media post started circulating online claiming that there was going to be a protest at the Mall of Georgia. Now, if you look closely, you know, they're saying cops are tripping. We want to stay after 3 p.m. So basically the protest was basically just kids, teenagers, protesting against the teen takeovers.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be like, man, some teens are trying to like protest because they're on one side of the Iran war, or protest because they're in some kind of like, you know, heightened intelligence about all this stuff. No, they're just protesting because they gotta leave at 3.
That was cute, Lana. That was so cute of you to think like that.
Because I saw it said, you know, teen organized and staged a mall protest. Okay, come on, team.
Yeah.
But then
Exactly.
you hear that it's just them trying to be menaces. And
Yeah.
it's just like unfortunate. And the crazy part about it is the kid that they actually did find that did this, he didn't even stay in Georgia. He didn't even stay in Georgia. So he probably got stuff online, basically saying, hey, you know, he probably got fed this stuff online, you know, through his timeline. He's seeing the teen takeovers and he's like, yo, I bet I could just do this.
For sure.
I got fun, put this little flyer out, and hey, whatever happens, happens. So the teen detectives tracked the post back to a juvenile, like I said, who lives out of state. And after interviewing the individual, police determined the entire situation was just a hoax. He thought it was just a joke. The teen admitted that there was never any real plan to protest and said the goal was to simply cause chaos online.
You know what police could do, and this is something that I don't want to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway, is that if police really wanted to stop all these teen takeovers and stuff, they should make their own teen takeover and just trick all the kids to come into a certain place and then start locking them up.
Well, what are we talking about? Because again, it's not all the teens that's doing this, Dale.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't lock everybody up.
You can.
This situation, that is so nuts. Because you know this happens in real life. There were different foreign agents from out of the country who would organize like Blue Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter protests and get people, and they on their Facebook pages they would say terrible things about cops or terrible things about black people, get people riled up, and then people be protesting. They don't even live here.
Exactly.
It wasn't even real. That is crazy. You know how bored you got to be like, let me stage a
That's what I'm
protest
saying.
in another state. Well, what?
He's a sleeper cell. No, let me stop. Let me stop. I'm just playing. But no, that is crazy for a child to be thinking like, you know what? First off, kudos to him for understanding the power social media actually does have at a young age, and that you could do something like this. But at the same time, as a parent, you raised a menace. This is. I mean, that's like almost terroristic in a sense. The fact that you're staging protests at a young age is kind of really scary. If I'm a parent, I low-key be proud because he's a genius. But then again, I'm like, yo, I raised a demon, a Nemad.
A nomad. A nomad.
I raised a nomad.
Flat out.
So a later post appeared online claiming that the protest had been canceled. But by then, the misinformation already spread like wildfire.
Did people end up showing up? Do you know?
I didn't say that people did end up showing up online, but I mean, it did spread like wildfire.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
And I mean, if you're a teenager, you're already like you're ready to go to.
Oh
these
yeah,
teen takeovers
1,000%.
But imagine you got to tell your mom, can I go to the protest for the Mall of Georgia? We want to stay after 3 and we're saying bump the police. Can we go? You'd be like, girl, get it. You out your head.
Crazy.
I do want to just let these teens know that yes, it is spring break, but multiple different police departments have said that they are watching all these different areas extensively, looking at online extensively, trying to track down these kids that are going to these teen protests. I mean, teen takeovers. So just be careful and aware that you could mess up your whole entire life.
That's true.
Over something like this.
Go ahead.
Well, no, you can.
Well, I was just saying, why don't y'all go take over a Bible?
Amen.
Why don't y'all go take over a church?
Amen.
Well, don't take over a church. They might go crazy.
Why don't y'all go take over some books?
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Go take over something productive.
That's what I'm talking about.
Why don't y'all do it? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, no, because we got to go. But I will say, do you say they're on spring break right now?
They're on spring break right now.
That's why my drive was so easy and smooth today.
Easy.
The roads are clear, y'all.
But the kids are out.
Yeah, be
Appreciate
careful.
it while you can, and that does it for us. Thank you so much for hanging out. We will see you tomorrow.
Peace.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all. That's
Let's
it.
go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Wale, where are you supposed to be?
Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready, the legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
The voice and attitude you love, now on your screen.
I love this.
Nessa brings her unfiltered energy, real talk, and celebrity interviews from the radio to your TV. It's the same Nessa you know. Bold, funny, and always keeping it real. Catch Nessa, now on TV.
Damn, that was deep right now.
Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. and Fridays at 7 p.m. only on Hot 97 TV.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. Chris here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's gonna trust that. Any of
This sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.